I've lived here since 1979. I found this place by accident and decided to camp here. It feels very permanent in the sense that it feels like home. This is the most at home I feel any place since I left the place I was born. This is where I decided in the world to settle down. It seems like a lot of work to people when they think about packing water and splitting wood, but time-consuming. People in today's world, they don't have time for all that effort and live their other lives. To me, I don't see it like that. I get to see the flats and the beauty of the natural world and the river flowing and the changes in the weather and the birds coming in the spring, and I see my cattle out there, and it's like going to visit them. It's almost better than living with them in some ways, even though it might be not totally practical. It's an enjoyable experience. Well, I usually get up around between 5 and 5:30, and I make some breakfast, and then I go down to my fields. First of all, in the wintertime, I go and feed my cattle and my horses, and then I'll start my day working, plowing or cultivating or weeding or finding my crew and getting them together to go out on the field. And every day is a bit different. We weed, we haul manure, we till ground, we fix water lines, we go and take care of the intake for the irrigation systems. There's so many things to do, and every day is different. Yeah. There's certain days when we're planting, for instance, planting potatoes or transplanting. It's quite the focused kind of days where you start early and you work late to get it done. I'm 67 years old. I have my own rudimentary style that works for me. Yet and all, for people to come and work for me with Nick, he's learning the horses quite well, but he's not just dependent on me. He has read a lot, read books that I should have read. Aaron here that has been coming back all these years, he's one of my heroes too, so. The people I work with have to become really important to me. They have to be exceptional people. I suppose if I had spent the last 20-some years sitting on a tractor, I wouldn't be as strong as I am today, So that's, people go and exercise. I don't do that, I do my work, yeah. I wasn't really super aware of why I was doing it. It was just something that was in me, and I was unhappy with the way I was making a living. It was so meaningless. You have to have the discipline to get up in the morning when you have to. You have to be courageous, and you have to put up with discomfort and all this stuff. You have to see what you're doing as being fairly important. I remember thinking, when I grow up, I'm never going to do this. I have a number of young people out there farming today, and they learned a lot of their skills working with me and applied them. But if we want to get our power back and be able to do things for ourselves and not pay other people to live our lives for us, we have to be devoted. We have to learn stuff and stick with it. It will define our lives instead of us defining it.